When you type a website address, for example, www.jumia.com in your browser and you hit enter, what happens between the time you hit enter and when the page loads? How does the browser knows exactly where to go? Or is anybody giving it direction? Welcome to my A to Z Tech Series Challenge, and this is the episode 4 where we'll be talking about domain name system and IP address because both of them are directly connected. You cannot talk about one without reference to the other. So let's get right into the video. Every single device connected to the internet has an address. Your phone, your laptop, the server that hosts your website, even the router in your house, everything has an address. The address is called an IP address, meaning Internet Protocol Address. You can think of it like a physical home address. If I want to send you a gift, I need to know your address, your street, your city, your country. Because without it, how will I be able to know exactly where to send the gift to? So on the internet, the IP address is that home address. It is how the data knows where to go and where to come back from. An IP address looks something like this. This particular one you are seeing is one of Google's IP address. It is a series of numbers separated by dots. Now here is the problem. Imagine every time you need to visit a website and you have to type numbers like this into your browser. And when you want to visit Instagram, separate numbers. When you want to visit YouTube and maybe any other website, you have to type different combinations of number. That will be impossible to use because nobody will actually remember all of those numbers. So the internet needs a smarter solution, and that solution is DNS. DNS stands for Domain Name System, and the simplest way I can describe it is to say it's the phone book of the internet. You don't remember all your contacts by their phone numbers, right? You actually remember them by their names. That is exactly what DNS does for the internet. When you type a website address like jumia.com, the DNS looks it up and maps it to its IP address. Now your browser knows exactly what to do with it. The domain name is just a human-friendly label that is easy to remember. Without it, the internet will still work technically. Now, what will actually happen when you type a URL into your browser and then hit enter? Your browser first of all check its own local cache to check if it has visited the website before. If it has, then it skip the rest of the step and go straight to fetch your data. If not, then it move further to ask your computer operating system. Your computer keeps record of domain lookups it has done recently. So if your computer has the IP address, then it skip the remaining process too and then go ahead to fetch your data. And if not, your computer then move further to contact something called domain name resolver. This resolver is usually provided by your internet service provider, MTN, Glo, Airtel, or whoever gives you internet. The resolver is like asking someone question and the person go out to fetch the answer for you. So the resolver goes on a field trip by contacting the root name server to the top level domain name server to the authoritative name server before actually getting the IP address. All of this happen in milliseconds every time you open a website. So in summary, IP address is the actual numerical address of every device and server on the internet, and domain name system is what translates human-friendly domain names like Google, Jumia.com, YouTube.com into IP address that the internet understands. That will be all for today, and see you on my next episode. Bye.